Today's horoscope, Gemini November 9th, 2024. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. Today's energies position you well to connect with others and enjoy refreshing activities, particularly on a mental level. The moon spends the day in your sector of the higher mind and spirit, inspiring you to reach new heights. The desire for just a little more from a relationship or project is with you. Venturing beyond your routine is attractive. You may be seeking a higher level of freedom and well-being, and with the moon's harmonious connections with Mercury and the node, this may very well be possible. Conversations can be rewarding. Nevertheless, the sun encourages a more detail-oriented, practical focus these days, and you may briefly feel torn between activities. Boredom with the usual routine can be in the spotlight. As divided as you may be about work and play, you're in a great position to think up new ideas and possibilities. As well, it could be that you find more meaning in your work or duties. A new moon always opens the door to you and the human collective for the weeks that follow it. The new moon in Scorpio will be felt especially strongly now and in the 6 months ahead. Anytime we have a new moon in this sign, its energy draws a laser focus to the trust, vulnerability, and intimacy in our significant relationships. It encourages us to share more with those whom we love or ask for what we truly want, desire, or need. Yet, because this energy is so intense, it can also shatter relationships, allowing us to be reborn in the process of evolution. What do you need to address? It might be time to circle back when the moon in Aquarius sextiles Mercury in Sagittarius. An idea, question, or conversation might come back around today. Now that you have a moment, you might feel ready to reopen this discussion. Maybe it is time to pitch an idea again, especially if your ideas are more applicable now than before. You could also have an answer or something else to add to an old conversation. This will be your opportunity to say what needs to be said, so do it. One thing to keep in mind is that you have time on your side. When things seem to be moving too fast to really get a grasp on them, try to stay out of harm's way and heed your inner counsel. Have you had a special interest lately that you've been meaning to investigate? Learning how to throw pottery, sewing, or another creative project that you can make with your own two hands? This is the kind of work that will be grounding for you right now, and this is what you need. It's time to take a look at your money situation. It's in day, and this is the primary essence of this number. You're not renowned for strong budgetary skills. In fact, trying to get consistency and commitment from you can be challenging at best. Yet even you need to eat and have a roof over your head, and like it or not, you have to put aside the creative for the practical every now and then. Consider finding solid ways to ensure a relatively steady flow of income. There is nothing unusual about the moon's alignment with Pluto before leaving your financial sector today, as they have done this many times since the planet of change and transformation returned in 2008. However, with Pluto leaving and not returning again in our lifetime, this routine monthly visit is becoming more significant. It's important to let your subconscious absorb as much information and insight as possible without overthinking things. When the moon leaves, it will move to an adventurous part of your chart, 12 days before Pluto is set to return and spend the next 20 years there. With the sun still 2 weeks away from your relationship sector and from turning the solar onto your relationships with Venus, the planet of love leaving in 4 days, she will be long gone by then. This is giving you time to listen to your heart before the sun's reality checks while working with Mercury, the planet of communication, to get the communication lines open. Daily Planetary Overview. If recent changes have made your goals feel a bit harder to reach, take a deep breath and give yourself a moment to regroup. Setbacks aren't always negative. They often give us space to reevaluate and refine our approach. Take this time to think about any adjustments you could make to overcome the new challenges, knowing that they're ultimately helping you grow. Have you ever set a goal that felt just out of reach, only to find a new way to make it happen? If so, then you know that setbacks can sometimes be blessings in disguise, leading to outcomes even better than you planned. This is a great reminder to stay optimistic and see any obstacles as steps along the way. If you're feeling the urge to shake things up and expand your horizons, consider signing up for a new class or activity. Not only will this enrich your knowledge, but it will also introduce you to like-minded people who could become long-term friends. There's something about learning alongside others that brings a special bond, whether it's a cooking class, a fitness group, or a creative workshop. Have you ever tried something new that ended up introducing you to great people? Think of today as the perfect time to dive into something unfamiliar and see where it leads. Physically, you might feel an extra boost of vitality, and today's energy is urging you to channel that into your well-being. Whether it's following a regular fitness routine, paying attention to your diet, or finding new ways to stay active, small steps towards health can go a long way. Maybe you've been meaning to get back into a workout groove or pick up an old hobby like cycling or yoga. Why not start today? If you've ever felt the mental clarity that comes after a good workout, you know how powerful these changes can be. Consider pumping up those bike tires, taking a walk in the park, or simply enjoying the fresh air while moving your body. You might find that certain challenges, ones that have been quietly building in the background, are now front and center. Maybe it's something you've put off, hoping it would resolve itself, but now it's demanding your attention. Rather than feeling overwhelmed, think of this as the universe giving you a gentle nudge to finally tackle these issues. Approaching them now can prevent them from snowballing and help you feel more in control. Have you ever had a moment where facing a challenge head-on made everything feel more manageable? Think of today as one of those moments. It's your chance to clear the air and move forward with confidence. Remember, sometimes the solutions are simpler than they seem, and tackling these issues can actually create a sense of relief and accomplishment. If you're working on long-term goals, summon the courage to keep going, and don't hesitate to share your enthusiasm with others. You may find that friends, family, or even co-workers are drawn to your energy and ready to support your dreams. Have you ever noticed how infectious excitement can be? Your dedication might even inspire those around you to pursue their goals with equal vigor. Embrace this positive momentum and let it fuel your progress. Sometimes, the encouragement of others can be just what we need to take those big steps. On the financial front, you might feel a slight pull to treat yourself today, and that's okay as long as it's within reason. Go ahead and make a small purchase if there's something you've had your eye on. It doesn't have to be extravagant to bring joy. Have you ever found that a small treat brightened your day? If so, remember that today's little indulgences can be satisfying when they align with your goals and budget. If you're considering more significant investments, make sure to seek out solid advice. A little strategic planning can go a long way, helping you feel confident about your financial decisions. Overall, today's energy is about balance between work and play, new challenges, and fresh opportunities. Don't let the demands of the day keep you from doing something enjoyable or rewarding. It's a good day to take a little time for yourself, to check in with your health, and to look for small ways to connect with others. Have you ever noticed how a balanced approach makes everything feel easier? If you take one step at a time and make choices that align with your values, today can feel both fulfilling and grounded. Let's embrace the journey and look forward to the connections, insights, and positivity it brings. What part of today's energy resonates with you the most? Feel free to share your thoughts or even your plans for tackling the day ahead. Here's to a day of honest conversations, meaningful connections, and plenty of small victories.